As we enter the crime scene, we find that we have a victim which is deceased, and they have possibly been sexually assaulted. Here we have found a set of tights next to the victim. This may possibly have been used as a gag on the victim during the sexual assault. Therefore, it's possible that we could find saliva, but maybe also semen if it has been an oral sexual assault case. Here the CSI will use the Crime Light Auto, adjusting light intensity, changing camera settings, light sources and filters, to produce the most appropriate image. And then we can see a stain visible. We will then take this to the laboratory for further examination later. Here we are using the Crime Light 82L. This provides oblique illumination which we can use to search the floor around the body. We can search underneath the body or the surrounding area. In order to locate traces of blood, you need a good light source and a keen eye. As forensic biologists, we're not always lucky enough to have blood traces on a simple white background. Here we can see the dress in white light. The black background is difficult to see any form of body fluid. But when we utilise the infrared on the Crime Light Auto, we can clearly see there is a blood stain on the back of the dress. We're now looking at the knickers that have been found around the victim. They have been pulled down and are around her legs. We're using the Crime Light Auto and the Crime Light X to search for any potential body fluids that may be present. Adding a camera filter, we can now start to see a stain in the crotch area of the knickers. Utilising our Crime Light light sources, we can clearly see a stain is visible and the knickers will be removed for further analysis with the ML Pro. Next, we have found that the victim has been bound at the wrists with a tie. The CSI is going to take some simple images in white light first. Before checking some of the other light sources to see whether there may be any non-visible body fluid stains. The CSI can clearly see that there is a small stain on the tie which may require further investigation. Even when working in challenging operational environments, we can clearly see the speed and ease with which results can be achieved. We will remove the tie and analyse on the ML Pro later. Here the CSI is now screening the rest of the scene with the Crime Light X to search for other potential body fluids. Body fluids can be important because they can provide sources of DNA for identification purposes. Less common body fluids may include urine and vomit, but these types of body fluids can also be useful to provide cellular DNA for identification. With this example, we can clearly see the blood visible on the plant, but also many botanical plants will often reflect near infrared light because this type of light is not necessary for photosynthesis. Therefore, when we utilise infrared light on the Crime Light Auto, we can clearly see the background dropping out and improving the contrast between the blood and the plant. The CSI has also discovered a condom at the scene. This could be vital for multiple types of body fluids. Semen is a strong source of DNA and provides evidence of sexual contact. While semen may be recovered from the inside surface, vaginal material may also be recovered from the exterior of the condom, providing a link between the victim and the suspect. The detection of body fluids can be crucial to a scene. We must also consider there may be other types of evidence available. Here we have found some spectacles which have a very reflective surface. This may be difficult to image, but utilising the reflective UV technique on the Crimelight Auto, we can image a latent finger mark, now visible in grayscale. However, fingerprints can also be a good source of touch DNA, and therefore we may have multiple types of evidence on the spectacles.